So today we're going to make some sauteed chicken in a mushroom cream sauce. And of course with chicken we got to use a little tarragon and got some mushrooms and some heavy cream. So let's get started. So the first thing we'll do is get the mushrooms ready. First thing you want to do is make sure you dry them real good. And then basically we're going to cut them in half. And then we're going to cut them in fourths. So basically you got 4 pieces. So let me get all that done. We're gonna add a little oil to the pan. This is a little bit of avocado oil. And we're gonna also add a little pat of butter to it. The oil just helps prevent the butter from actually getting too brown. And once the butter melts, we'll go ahead and add the mushrooms to it. Alright, go ahead and put your mushrooms in it. And I'm gonna just cook this until they start to release their moisture. Yeah, maybe about 5 minutes or so. So at this point we've only been maybe about 2 minutes, and as you can see they're starting to release some moisture now. So probably got a little bit too many in the pan, but that's okay. I'm just trying to get a little brown on them at this point. So like I said, maybe about 5 minutes total, and I'm gonna call them good and I'll take them out. Okay, I cranked up the heat a little bit, put a little salt in them now, add a few grinds of black pepper to it. That's really about it. We're going to go ahead and just set these to the side and we'll get ready for our chicken. And being I'm using cream in this recipe, I'm not going to add any butter when I do the chicken. So I'm going to add about a tablespoon of oil to it. And here's my chicken. And just make sure before you put the chicken in, make sure you draw the pieces off where they're kind of dry. That way they'll get a good brown. And just lay them in the pan. And go ahead and put your grease catcher on. And I like doing about 5 minutes per side on a medium heat. Alright, that was 5 minutes on the first side. Now we'll go ahead and flip it. And we'll do 5 minutes on this side. Okay, that was another 5 minutes. So we're 10 minutes total. At this point we'll go ahead and season our one side here. I'm going to put a little bit of some tarragon, and not a lot, I mean a little less than a teaspoon, because we got both sides to do, so we don't want to overdo it. So a little bit of tarragon, some black pepper, of course, a few grinds of that, and a little bit of salt. And like I said, there's no real measurements, just season to your taste, you know, however much salt you want or don't want. And that's about it. So let's go ahead and flip it now. And we'll go ahead and season this side as well. A little bit of salt. A little bit of black pepper. And a little bit of tarragon. And that's pretty much it. Go ahead and put your lid on. And I guess I'm going to go around 5 more minutes. Then I'm going to turn it. And we'll keep doing it until we get to 165. Because that's a safe temperature for chicken. And I got my fire pretty much all the way on low. A little bit above low. That's a big flame I'm on. The biggest one on my stove. So like I said, you just want it lightly cooking. Alright. That was another 5 minutes. We'll go ahead and turn it again. Ooh, that's a pretty looking chicken now. This piece might take a little extra. It's a little bit bigger than the rest of them. So we'll go another 5 minutes. I went ahead and checked the smallest one here, and it's ready. It's 165. The big one is not. I'm going to flip that one. And I'm going to check this one here. And like I say, we're looking for 165 for chicken. It's pretty close, but if you notice, there's a little pink still coming out. So I'm going to let them all go the full extra 5 minutes. And thighs are nice because you know what side's what, because one side got skin and of course the other side doesn't. So you can flip them all at once where you don't get confused, so they cook evenly. Alright, at this point, So got still a little bit of blood coming out, so I'm gonna go ahead and let that go a little longer, even though it says 165. This one here is done. So that's another way to tell if they're done or not. Just kind of poke them, and if blood comes out or if it's kind of pink, let them go a little longer. So far we've been 25 minutes. You can just kind of cover it to kind of keep it hot. All right, we've been 30 minutes total, and everything is done now. So we'll go ahead and put all our chicken to the side. Get them covered so they stay hot. And now we'll take a little bit of the grease out the pan. Like I say, you can just kind of, you don't want to get all the flavor out, but just some of it. We'll leave a little bit in there just to kind of give it a little flavor. But it's really not a lot. About that much. We're going to leave a little bit in. Now we'll go ahead and do the next step. So you can use water, chicken stock. I got a little Sauvignon Blanc. It's a pretty good mild tasting white wine. Put a splash of that in there. We're going to kind of deglaze the pan, and then we'll get ready to add everything back. And we just do it to where it thickens up a little bit. That way the alcohol will kind of cook out of it. Okay, so my gravy cooking up a little bit. This is some frozen green onion tops. Put a handful of that in there. Always good to have. Let's go ahead and add our mushrooms back to it. I made a little juice as well. I'm going to add that to it. And we'll go ahead and add our chicken back to it. With all the nice juices, of course. So far, this is pretty much a diet recipe. So, up to this point, you got sauteed chicken and mushrooms. And now we'll add the very undiet version of it. Go ahead and put in some heavy cream. Don't really measure it. Put enough till you got a good little gravy. And we're just going to cook this for maybe 5 minutes to get everything thickened up. And as it cooks, just kind of baste the chicken with it. Like I said, it's still a little watery, so we want to get this to thicken up a little bit. So that's the goal. Chicken and mushrooms and a creamy sauce. Like I said, up to before I added the cream, it was pretty much a diet recipe. You add the cream, that pretty much throws that out the window. So if you're trying to lose weight, don't add the cream. So it's been about 3 or 4 minutes now, and like I say, as it cooks, just kind of grab some of your sauce with the mushrooms there, and kind of, you know, put everything on top. Oh boy, that smells good too, yeah. And like I said, this is very easy. Sauteed chicken, and yeah, just add some nice heavy cream to it with a little seasoning, and got you a very nice little meal. I guess you could have it over rice or some noodles, but I'm gonna just have it like this. I just like to taste the chicken and mushrooms with the cream sauce. Probably have me a big bag of some green beans with it. Pop them in the microwave and good to go. So yeah, that's how you do it. So I'd say we good. That thickened up a little bit. Like I said, just keep basting them. My total cook time from start to finish is 35 minutes. So that's how long it should take you. If you got bigger pieces of chicken, of course, it might take longer, but these are all almost uniform pieces, except for one. So just keep checking it with your meat thermometer until you get to the right temperature, 165, and just keep basting it until your sauce is thick enough. And I'd say we're thick enough now, so go ahead and turn that off, and let me get ready to serve it. Well, I don't know about you, but that's a meal fit for a king right there. Like I said, put a little bit of your mushroom cream sauce on top of everything. Coat it nicely. And yeah, there you go. Looks pretty dang delicious to me. And I'm gonna have this with some green beans, I think. Well, the most important part, of course, is how does it taste? I'm gonna get a little side piece here, I think. Get a little bit of the mushroom, get a little bit of the chicken, a little bit of the sauce. Let's see what we got. Mushrooms and chicken and cream go so well together. Very delicious. Definitely not a diet recipe. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Thanks.